them to get dinged up in my backpack, so I put them in a deck box.
It seems reasonable,
Safe.
I suppose. It just, I opened it and was like, this is a box.
Box in
inside
a
of
box. No, I mean, so we,
Do what?
yeah, we're going to put 1-mana instant Wrath Control versus mini creature dot deck.
Yep.
This is going to be
So,
Sam Toole.
oh yeah, oh shit. I forgot that I rode with him.
Yeah,
He didn't leave. I haven't talked to him all night.
Do you want to comment? I'll slide out and Brian do it,
Oh,
or
sure,
what do you want to do?
that's fine. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
I'm going to update. Do you know how to do all this?
Sure. Maybe. Yeah.
This is actually works
All right,
really
so
well.
we got.
You got to double bag it.
Something's getting drawn here. Game.
Okay.
They could just tell us instead of writing it down. But
Brendan
this
Hagen
is cool too.
is at 20.
Yeah, I believe Brendan is on the left here. No, Brendan is on the right. No, left.
Elves.
I can't. They both look kind of the same from here. Kind of smaller white men. Brendan is on the right.
I mean, I can't.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
1-0 in favor of Miracles. I know Sam.
Okay.
That's not how you spell his last name.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I was like, I really can't tell if you know that or not.
Okay, so Brian,
So
every time you update this, so you change something, you have to hit save. Or
So I
control
believe
S.
the differences with
Brian Plattenberg,
Sam's
which is our
Miracles deck. He's
Miracles
playing a
expert,
mainboard Blood Moon,
Anarchy
I believe,
for.
and he may be what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, Anarchy for green or Affinity green was having questions about the lands matchup, so maybe you can help him. He plays Miracles
Sometimes
too.
you gotta double
So
back
here
it.
we go.
Exception. All right. This is going to be an all-Tusk affair today.
Sneak in here, guys. How's it going? Figure I'll join up here. I've played a lot of Miracles. I know exactly what Sam's doing, which is definitely a little unorthodox.
Yeah, we were talking about the list on the ride over here. I know he's playing a mainboard Blood Moon, and
Yep.
is he playing mainboard Monastery Mentor tonight?
I believe a one of, and his
one of?
Jaces are
Okay.
actually in the board.
His Jaces are in the board. That's
Something
quite a
else worth
decision.
noting, and this is not a conscious decision, it's a budget one. He has less dual lands than would be ideal.
Okay, yeah,
so.
yeah. I believe I played against him last week or the week before, and I noticed that because I was playing something that mattered. No
So,
spell-offs.
is Brendan up one, or is... I thought Sam was up a game. I may want to double check that.
No, Sam is up a game.
Yeah, so this is just
Yeah,
backwards, right?
He put the wrong one there. So yeah, it's a little different build of Miracles. I believe they're still boarding here. So Sam is probably going to bring in, what, removal and dudes?
I'm not sure what his sideboard looks like.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
say he's definitely doing a lot of non-standard stuff. I want to say he has 2 Shackles in the board, which is really
Shackles?
slow.
Yeah,
I don't know that he has another Wrath.
Like, he just has the 4 terminus. He doesn't have, like, a Verdict or an EE.
Right, he doesn't have a Verdict. He doesn't have EE. I don't believe he has a Pyroclasm or an Is it Staticaster either?
Okay. So it looks like Sam has 3 fetch lands. Okay, so Brendan's going to open on Verdant to probably Bayou. Oh, no, I think he knows Sam's on Blood Moon, so he's going to play around it.
Oh yeah, he may know about the Blood Moon. Normally it would just be fetch the Bayou. Miracles won't
Right.
interact
they
with
don't
your
care.
mana at all, or you know.
So he's going to open on... Okay, Deathrite Shaman. That's
Yeah,
about as good as
that's
turn
a
1, right? Like,
really good opening. And if I was Sam, I don't know what his options are. Yeah, I'd go ahead and
swords it. Yep.
send that guy farming right away.
So
You know,
this is
normally against Elves you get a Tundra, but he may need to get basic planes just because he wants to
Blood
be able
Moon.
to cast that Blood Moon later.
Right. I guess Blood Moon is decent against Elves because they play only 2 force.
It's way
right?
better than usually 1, sometimes
one?
2, but
Okay.
it turns off Cradle regardless
Okay,
of
yeah,
how
yeah.
many force they have. It turns off Cradle.
They're huge mana production.
Right.
So,
I mean, I think Elves is a good deck. I don't think it's just looking at the chat. I don't think it's quite where you want to be right now.
it's kind of awkward.
And
Brendan.
you know, I know that I'm biased, but I think there's actually a kind of the top tier right now is Miracles, Omnitel, and kind of that Grixis Delver deck, and then
Grixis
everything
Delver
else is at least a step below that.
Yeah, like those are the top tier decks at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brendan drew a basic forest. So,
Yeah. After Sam pondered and kept, but I didn't see what he drew.
yeah. May have just... Okay, so Brendan's going to play that.
Brendan's hand
He's
is
gonna
really
turn his
slow
Cradle
here.
on. Well, I mean, it's like we've said in the past when we've seen him on camera. His playstyle against Miracles is a little...
It's very
a little
deliberate.
different.
Yeah.
He's attempting to just kind of play a couple dudes, start attacking with them. And, oh, there's polluted deltas underneath this hat. One's Chinese cons, one's English cons. I even have a Russian cons.
What a deal. But those are still miserable new bordered cards, just for the record.
Don't, Russian, it's the only Russian. Don't talk shit. Anybody want a Russian polluted delta?
Just trying to pay for his school bus.
Daddy needs a new car.
So where did he find this case and put it together?
I have no idea. I believe he eBayed that.
Oh, and now here's our first sideboard card. Brendan
Signed
has
that
a
island.
null rod.
Yes, I believe if you see a gold signed basic land, it is signed by SOB.
That one I think was me, actually,
Was it you?
because
Okay.
I was complaining that the picture is a river, not an island,
Not an
so I
island.
corrected it.
Yeah, so it only taps for half a blue because it's not a full island.
Alright, so null rod got counterspelled, so it's not going to matter.
Terminus just off the top. Yeah, it's fine, right? Like, Brendan's fine with
Yeah,
that, I think.
you get rid of two guys. Getting rid of the Dryad Arbor matters a little more.
Yeah.
It's not a great terminus, though.
Turning off Cradles, which it looks like Brendan has 2 Cradles
There's the
in
Blood
hand.
Moon, actually.
Brendan
He can't
has
play
two-
it this turn,
Yeah,
so he gets to draw
Brendan's-
a counterspell, and then he gets to play the Blood Moon next turn.
Brendan's hand
If
is really
Brendan doesn't
bad.
do much,
His hand is
although he
bad.
has both forests in play.
I mean, Brendan's hand is like 2 Cradle, a land, and a natural order or something. It's really
Yeah,
terrible.
he really needed one more turn to try to do something with a natural order, maybe, or get things going, because it's going to be...
I mean, his
really
hand is
downhill.
not good. He doesn't have a way to get rid of them like the blue decks do.
Did
so.
Sam not draw... I thought he was about to draw the Blood Moon. So
Yeah.
maybe he has to wait one more turn the way he stacked those cards.
Yeah. Sperm visions.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Sam's decision-making process on what versions of cards to play, but he's happy with it, so...
They're castable and legal in tournament play, which is
They
what
are.
I believe he cares about the most. So Brennan's going to fetch a Dryad Arbor because he is not doing anything else. He draws a Wirewood off the top, which is fine, but he doesn't really have any Elves to save with it, so it's just kind of doing nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, Sam is.
but you can bait a reaction with it a lot. If it doesn't do
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
it's
It
one of the
duresses the
scariest
swords.
cards to see.
Yeah,
But
you
it might
duress
duress.
something
I
with
think Sam has a counterspell, which it might duress.
Okay. Fuck Sam.
Definitely thinking about it. Instead, he's gonna
So
brainstorm. Not
what is
sure.
he looking for here? He's fetching in response to the brainstorm.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on here
Yeah,
because we
it's
know he had
a
the Blood Moon
interesting
coming
play.
up. I really don't like this brainstorm. I don't think you
Yeah.
get anything by doing this.
Yeah, I don't know like what exactly he's looking for.
But
at
he
this
did
point.
fetch, so I should update that.
So
I
if
believe
he's-
it's 18 all, unless that's off.
He's brainstorming right now. Is this in response to the Wirewood then?
Yes,
So-
after he brainstorm's still in the stack. He's fetching right now.
So he's probably looking
Found his
for
Sandra.
what, a Swords to Plowshares? Just a
I honestly don't know what he's looking for. I
Yeah.
can't understand the thought process to brainstorm there. You're
Yeah,
either
yeah.
going to counterspell it or you're going to wait and kill it on your turn.
You've already got the counterspell in hand, so what are you looking for, right?
Right, like, you're not going to kill the symbiote on Brendan's turn unless he plays Visionary or
Visionary, right.
some other guy. Because it doesn't do that much by itself.
It doesn't do anything right now because there's no Elves. So it's actually just,
Yeah.
insert shitty 1/1 1-mana creature.
Yeah, I don't know what the most...
I-
I don't know a 1/1 for one in green that has no abilities. That sounds like a terrible thing. I would
Yeah.
never play a green creature.
I'm sure there's something from Alpha that... No, the thing from Alpha has some sort of land walk. Welcome to Null Rod Vision. It does nothing. Shinodin Dryad. Wirewood Symbiote. Just remove that text box and just put 1/1. That is what it is at the moment.
Yeah, you can just kind of block out, like, this whole section.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Useless.
do anything right now. And Sam, I don't know, like, Sam's dirtling around like he cares. Yeah, like he cares about anything Brendan's doing.
Sam can wait for a while.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm
at
saying
some
he-
point, if he finds a treat, the game just ends.
Yeah.
Although what is that? Force Island, and I
Land, I
can't-
think.
It's another blue card, I believe, because his lands are all new bordered, other than
Yeah.
unless it's a duel
Maybe a
counterspell. Is it?
What's happening?
I think he has 3 different. Oh, that's right. He has 3 counterspells main deck.
3
and they all
counterspells?
don't match, I
That's a
believe,
lot,
which is extra irritating.
Because you just can't tell. I have the clap.
Korean Ranger. That is an elf. It's not going to do much with the symbiote.
Bills. Yep, that's also not an elf.
Really not getting...
Make 3 mana. I mean,
is he
he's
just
got
going to go
natural
for the
order,
natural order now?
which is
3
not
mana,
gonna
4
matter. He's
mana.
got actual counterspell.
Cradle.
He's playing around triple spell pierce or something at this
Or
point.
if he may be playing around. I bring in Flusterstorm against him because it stops early Zeniths and it stops most natural orders.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was making the right, making a fine play. Just
keeping the other Cradle in your hand doesn't really get you anywhere.
yeah. It's not like your opponent's sitting on Wastelands or Encroach or something.
That would be a surprise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's your 12 post tech. You just play 4 Encroach and get them before they get in the field. So, I mean, I think Sam's pretty much doing what he needs to do.
Yeah,
to win
Brendan's
this game.
really far behind.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. I believe
Sam's
his last card in hand is another Cradle. I mean, the Elves deck could just rip Visionary.
I may have missed some attacks. I'm not sure we have Sam's life. I'm sorry. Sam is at 12, which is still
Brendan's
just
at
that's so
19.
much.
Yeah.
Was there a swords against Brendan I missed? Probably. Sorry,
yeah.
it's hard to commentate and keep this up to date at the same time. That's why the dice help. Alright. Sam's just digging really deep to try to find something to do here.
He just needs to finish the game or lock Brendan out with a counter.
And I see Monastery Mentor, Terminus, and an island.
So what's he going to do? He's going to Miracle Terminus, and then he's going to cast
I think
Mentor?
you want to wait on the Terminus, but I'm also a little bit greedy. I guess if he wants to close the game with Mentor, he has to do it that way.
Yeah, that way now he's going to.
And I think his hand is Council's Judgment and the land, which is not doing much.
So he's going to flip top, draw your man, play it.
I think he can.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done that yet. I would have waited to at least be able to make a second guy, because right now Brendan can just decay it and he gets nothing out of it.
Well, Brendan's just going to draw Dried Arbors and 1/1s all day.
Yeah,
so
Brendan is not drawing very well.
He has a Progenitus in hand, so we'll
What
see
a
if
deal.
he can ever cast that.
It has happened.
What is the man that makes any color? I forget his name.
Birchlore Rangers.
Birchlore,
Also, you
yeah.
can untap Death Ray to make different colors sometimes.
Yeah, if you have enough Wirewoods, you can get there. So we have a Monastery Mentor. He should be battling for 3 this turn, 4 this turn, make a man. I assume he's going to name
Council
Tyrion
Judgment.
Dryad.
Yeah, it's non-land,
Oh,
so
non-land,
the only thing he can choose is the Dryad.
He will vindicate that man. Modern deck entirely of cards that have spiked. O-Stone, Moon, Snapcaster. Only if you can get all those cards in Korean or Russian. Then I would
you
love
can.
to see it. Can you?
Russian, you can definitely get all of them.
Yeah.
Because
Mirrored?
I have a Russian 9th Moon that is apparently worth $110 now, which is retarded.
Well,
Like,
I believe O-Stone is not in Russian, correct?
I don't remember.
It's in Mirrodin. I don't think Mirrodin.
Oh, that's
had
right.
Russian.
It is. I was thinking it was later for some reason.
It got reprinted in a commander set or something, but that isn't Russian as well, so
right.
that's going to be awkward.
So
But
German is probably
German,
the best
just,
O-Stone you can get.
Yeah. Just, I believe, you can if you build that modern deck and
What
you
is
bring
Sam
it to
looking
the
at? Does
GP,
he have a
it'd be great.
Snapcaster or maybe a Dig Through Time coming up?
Oh, a dig would be the game. I mean, I don't think he's.
If he
losing
digs
this
and
game.
finds a second top, the game just ends. When you have
Right,
Mentor
right.
in top, it's like
You have,
it's just a Snapcaster
okay,
though.
so he can Snapcaster.
Replay the
top, make a
top.
man.
You always draw it every turn because it just makes another guy.
Right. Make a man. He's got Pokemon cards everywhere. He's got a Snapcaster for it does Brainstorm or something, I'm sure. Ponder.
Probably Ponder.
Okay, yeah, because you want to shuffle.
If you're main phasing,
May as
nothing's
well.
good. Yeah,
It's a little more powerful. You don't have cards in hand to switch out, so.
that's not an angel. Come on, Sam.
Fire Vintage?
That's just another Mentor.
I mean, if you guys fire Vintage, you will just be pounding each other, because I'm sure there will be nobody else there, so. Regardless. Pokemon cards for tokens is inexcusable. It could have been a perfect Brainstorm. He does have a fetch land open. They are
That is a
decent Pokemon
lot
cards.
of damage coming in there.
Yep, Brendan is, I believe, what is he looking for?
I mean, he's all the way down to 6. He has to find some way to win this turn,
Yeah,
which, if he has exactly natural order and it resolves,
I mean, even
I don't know that
Sam
even does
has-
enough.
Yeah, Sam can just, okay, click is powerful. He's going to hit Brendan
Click
with
after,
it.
yeah.
I don't think Brendan,
And Brendan
has
has
anything.
nothing.
It doesn't, might take, do you even care about Green Sun? I don't
Green
think you care
Sun
about
can be
Green Sun.
cast for what?
You can
1,
make,
2, 3, 4, 5. X is 4. Yeah, that does nothing. I would not take
get a
anything. None of these
Reclamation
cards
Sage.
matter.
he can get, like,
So that's
the-
interesting. He might have a live draw now if
the
he
man,
draws natural
yeah,
order.
The man that champions is out there. It looks like he drew a Heritage Druid. Couldn't tell. He flashed it real quick. Okay, a Visionary then.
Visionary, probably, yeah.
So
Which is
Visionary,
another draw step.
Yep, and you got Cradles, so if you draw natural... Okay, well, that's a
That looks
Pendlehaven.
like Pendlehaven, yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's not doing anything.
Not strong. Bring Gauntlet of Poop. I believe the Pokemon cards on the table are Muse, Ancient Variety, and Ditto, and I have no idea. It looks like a red penis. He's going to attack, trade, Pendlehaven. Oh, he's going to take out the Ditto. He got him.
It just doesn't matter, though.
Yeah,
Brendan is... He has one guy to block, and all of those creatures could be lethal, depending on what Sam's doing.
I mean,
Brendan's
at
he
6.
did he shuffled his top away, though.
Brendan's at 6, so he needs
He has
to cast
Blood Moon,
a spell.
so he gets the Swords that blocker and kill him. He's
Swords blocker,
so dead.
Cast Blood Moon.
Swordsing the
cast
blocker
Blood Moon,
puts him at... Or you just
so
attack.
it is the game right there. Yeah, it's fine.
I might have Swords the blocker just for as much value as possible.
May as well. There's no reason to not. There's no reason to let him block, right? I mean, whatever. The game's over. But
Yeah. It just doesn't matter at all. So
yeah, that's about what I would think happens in that matchup. Especially like Brendan just did not draw anything at all, which is uncharacteristic of the Elf deck that we've seen tonight. Where he just top decks natural orders like a champ.
Kind of had a slow hand, and it's a terrible matchup to begin with.
Yeah, he didn't have any engines getting going to actually draw cards, or like I don't think Sam's hand draws were that great, but Brendan just drew hot garbage.
Yeah. The holiday cards are cheaty face for tokens. All right.
I don't.
Whatever works.
Holiday cards.
Like Snow Mercy, you'll lose.
Aren't those things like randomly $50 each?
A lot of them are expensive. Some of them are cube cards for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But they're also just ridiculous, and there aren't that many. I want to say that Wizards employees get given them.
Yeah.
So they're not,
I think
publicly
some
available.
stores get them too, like the W or the
I
level 2 or 3.
For the record, I don't think that's a Snorlax. I believe that's a Ditto.
It is a Ditto.
I have Snorlaxes I've used as tokens before.
Yeah, that is a Ditto, and those are Ancient Muse. I'm not a Pokemon expert by any means, but I know them when I see them. I have some Batman trading cards I use for young Pyromancer tokens. Okay, see,
we're pretending we can cast Progenitus and that this game is continuing.
I use Miami football cards. I got Gino Torretta and all the Heisman winners. All that. They're really confusing when you play a deck that makes 3 different types of tokens. The black men end up being...
Sometimes having custom tokens confuses people.
Yeah.
I won a match at a Grand Prix because my opponent forgot my germ token was black. He literally had a man with Sword of Feast and Famine on it and declined to attack or block for 4 consecutive turns and died.
I believe
He literally just left his man there, did not attack, did not block, and my black germ, which was a Snorlax, attacked past him and won the match.
Okay. I believe my favorite story was when Eric Yu was playing his lands deck against one of his friends from Georgia Tech, and he has an Annihilus token that he uses for Merit Lage, and his opponent went to Decay Annihilus, and he was like, Decay resolves. And he's like, alright, your guy's in the graveyard. He's like, indestructible. And his friend got really pissed off because he wasn't using the real token. He didn't know it was indestructible, and I don't think they talked for weeks after that.
That's pretty funny, but you should also know what cards do.
Yeah. Like, I guess...
yes, Ned did... Sean did attack into a Snow White zombie token at Vegas in a vintage game, and almost lost because of it.
Oh, the zombie token?
The zombie token,
Yeah.
the guy just had, like, Disney characters on blank white cards, and attacked his Containment Priest into a zombie token, which is a terrible trade. Yeah,
Even a real Merit Lage token. What? There is, right? Cold Snap
thought
has a Merit Lage token.
Cold Snap doesn't. I want to say it was a promotional foil token that came out later. But I don't remember if that's official or not.
And they're like $40. They're definitely official. They're a pretty nice promo.
Is that what it was?
I believe it was.
That was during my little break from Magic, so I don't know exactly what was going on.
I didn't play back then. I've just seen it before, and I mean, it says in 2020 Indestructible Merit Lage. It's really foily and all that shit.
Flying Indestructible 2020.
Yeah. It's a thing, so...
Yep.
It's a foil promo token. There is you, Monkey.
Yeah, look at... Sam is pretty far off the reservation with this list. I don't really know what's going on.
He's playing cards all right. Blood Moons, yeah, I mean, he was asking me to borrow Blood Moons.
He boarded up us to a second Blood Moon. He has 2 copies of Vidalcan Shackles.
Yeah. I don't see why you ever need Shackles in this matchup.
I just think Shackles isn't good enough in Legacy because Decay is such a beating.
Yeah, you just get blown out.
It's so slow.
You sit there hoping your dude that you stole is good enough, they decay you, and then you just die to their, 2 Tarmogoyfs hitting you for 8 or whatever.
Yeah. The correct answer, if a token doesn't exist, is 100% to print your own Old Border Korean version.
Oh, yeah. kind of like those Chalice of the Void Baleful Strix.
Yeah,
those,
we had some mock-ups from a while ago.
Those are fucking sweet.
Belcher, Chalice,
Not tonight,
Baleful
man.
Strix, etc. Korean old border stuff.
Yeah,
so.
was that Yido mocked those up, or did he just find
Yeah,
them?
he mocked them up.
Yeah, those,
I think he was doing the translations for us, which
they're
was
very nice.
helpful.
Old border.
Probably better than a lot of the actual old
Yeah.
translations. I played against a guy in Vegas, a Korean guy, who was telling me that, I don't remember if it was mountain or island, literally translated to soup.
Soup!
I need to figure out which one it is. Maybe get a little
Maybe-
bowl of soup drawn on there.
That would be excellent.
You gotta have fun with it, right?
Like, get some, like, nice 4th edition ones with soup,
Yeah,
soup all over them.
I think
Cool
everybody
can do
else
those,
is
I'm sure.
probably in Game 3. There's no way we're gonna get another
No,
match
this
going
is-
here, right?
Yeah, I believe there's nobody here that has vintage tonight, so we won't get any of those.
I don't have mine, no.
We can beg people to stay later and just play Legacy on cam.
Speaking of Merit Lage and lands, though, I have been starting to brew lands for Vintage.
Uh-huh.
So,
like,
you get to
yeah.
play lands with 4 Bazaars, and nobody's playing Graveyard Hate that's not Cage and Containment Priest,
you don't
which you don't care
either
about
of
at
all
all.
cards. Yeah,
exactly.
That's
So you get
pretty
to play
sick.
Fast Bond, and you get
Fast
to play 4 Bazaars and lands.
Seems fun.
So, you're surprisingly quick, and people aren't prepared to answer Merit Lage.
Yeah, I mean, Swords. I don't know how heavily Swords Collectors is in the
You'll
format.
usually
It's not
see
as heavy as
2 or
Legacy.
3 copies in the control decks that are white,
Right.
because it deals with White Steel Colossus.
Right. Otherwise, like, it's not as heavily played as
It's
Legacy,
very
but-
much more of a Lightning Bolt format.
Yeah,
So
because Lightning Bolts hits the
Morgan might have Vintage on him. I don't know. I don't have mine together because it shares too many cards with Legacy.
yeah.
I just have to proxy like 7 cards that I don't have.
Yeah, I believe a couple people were
Because
playing
I gotta
Vintage
move
a little bit.
all my
but
forces over half my mana base and stuff like that.
It's not worth
so.
it considering you're about to go up to. Are you going to the GP?
No, I'm not going to Charlotte because I was just in Vegas and I'm doing Gen Con and Eternal Weekend.
Okay, yeah.
So
It's not worth it. I mean, you're not going to play Modern, so.
oh god,
no.
no.
I'm going up just to play Legacy side events all weekend, but
I should play Modern sometime soon. I got a second Korean foil Keranos. I need to cast it.
yeah, I guess.
Look, man, I don't know how you can turn down the god.
Play Keranos Control in Legacy.
It's bad.
It's bad.
If you want to get bad with Keranos, I have a God Stompy list for you. It needs to play 4 Fire and Ice so that your Chrome Mox taps for the right colors on time.
So you can make Volcanic Moxen.
Yep. Because you're
Seems-
playing Blood Moon in your 2-color deck.
Seems
7 of them.
Seems
Maybe
real.
8. I don't remember.
Like man that is Blood Moon.
All the men because you have Cavern and some number of actual moons.
Yeah. Affinity for green. I'd be surprised if Morgan doesn't have Vintage. Nobody else. I
Morgan,
believe,
do you have Vintage on you?
believe Morgan has
you-
Vintage on him. I
you have Vintage
don't
on
know
you?
if anybody else does.
We're
Yeah,
trying
we'd
to
have
see
to
if
do
2
some
people
work
do.
to get that. I believe
I don't
the
think-
other
yeah, I
guy
don't
that
think
had
2 people
Vintage
have
is
Vintage
already
right
going
now.
home because he scrubbed out for the night. We can play Modern on stream. I'd actually rather just go home.
People could play Modern. I'm literally just going to make fun of how terrible every card you play is.
Considering I still need
That
the pack
card
for
is
the
a piece
GP
of shit. Sorry,
for
John
tomorrow.
mentioned Siege Rhino, which is...
Huh? Tiny,
I
you
forgot
can
my
put
Tiny Leaders this
on
week.
there.
I do enjoy Tiny Leaders a lot,
Blood
actually.
Moon, Jace, Architect of Thought, Lava Man, X-Arch, Keranos. Are we talking about the blue-red
So
Stompy?
I can give you a blue-red Keranos deck in Modern that's actually way better than that. You don't want to play any creatures that aren't Snapcaster Mage.
No, he's talking about blue-red Twin with Keranos.
Oh. I mean, Keranos is good. I don't know.
I don't Modern very much.
I don't either. I think there is a control deck and people aren't playing the right cards, but,
I mean,
you know,
I don't know. I played
that's
black,
what I
white.
always look for.
Yeah, I played Black White Smallpox, and it's not very good in a format where everybody's running Locks on Smiters, Kitchen Finks, and
Yeah, that
Monster
seems
Surgeons.
pretty miserable.
Yeah, it was an uphill battle. It wasn't great.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. The format, it'll be interesting tomorrow to see, or this weekend, I guess, to see. I believe we have 7 people in our car, and 3 of them are playing in the main event.
yeah, that sounds about right. In our hotel room in Vegas, there were 4 of us there, and only Greg played the main event.
And that's because he's
And-
a grinder.
He gave us a hard time about it, and we made fun of him, and then he dropped at 4-1 to play Vintage with us anyway. So,
Play alone with 4 Ghost Quarter.
I don't know,
I
but
mean,
we'll
if
see
you
what
had
people
an
want to play.
expert-
I don't care. If people want to play something on camera, they can go nuts. I just
Yeah.
don't see a lot of people still here.
There's a Modern deck for you. I'm scared to click that link. It's probably like Meat Spin or something. There's a Modern deck for you, Josh.
It's a Facebook picture, so it's
Okay.
probably not too terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to click on anything because I don't know how this all works. So
Yeah, we don't really have an easy way to pull that up. I would look on my phone normally, but my phone is
I believe
our
that is-
internet connection right
yeah,
now.
I believe that's Ryan Gilliland posting right now. So just ship that to me on Facebook, and then I'll check it out later. Play Lone
Yeah, and if anybody's actually interested, I can give you where I'm at on the Blu-ray control deck in Modern. That's surprisingly reasonable, but
yeah.
Stephen Whitehead has worked on it as well.
So,
Hey, Brendan, do you want to sit down and talk about how that match went?
Yeah.
Looked like it went. You looked like you had a lot of fun.
Here you go, Brendan. I'm done. I'm dehydrated and my eyes hurt.
I mean, yeah, it takes a lot out of you commentating.
Staring at that screen all day.
Time flies. You realize
Yeah.
you're not having fun.
Actually, it's 11:30. Holy shit.
You realize, that was not very fun. So,
Oh yeah, I guess we can go back to this view.
yeah.
I wasn't sure where the. Try not to move it too much.
Yeah, we got not enough space.
No, not really.
So,
Yeah, I guess we can make this accurate. All right.
So, Elves versus Miracles.
Yeah, it's definitely a Miracle's favor.
Yeah, especially game 1.
Yep.
Game 2, you have a little more interaction, but it's still not great.
You have more interaction on both sides, though, right?
Correct,
'Cause
yeah.
from the Miracle's perspective, like I have a lot of awkward dead cards. I don't want to see them.
Yeah. He showed me he
You know.
had name word Blood Moon as least of one of.
Yeah, Sam is in a pretty spicy spot. I don't know if you know how far, but
He's got a lot of weird choices in his deck that seem to work well for him because they're kind of.
yeah, if people don't know what's going on,
They're kinda out of
and
place,
whatnot.
yeah.
So
But I definitely would have run into the Blood Moon game 1 if he had actually drawn it in time.
see, we actually weren't sure if you knew about it because you fetched the basic forest, and normally you just always want to get the Bayou against Miracles because they're not going to interfere with your mana.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the Blood Moon in the other game or heard about it.
no, maybe I'm just too cautious most of the time. No, you definitely want Bayou though for your death rights, but it didn't come up, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
So game 2 there though, you guys didn't see game 1, yeah. Game 2,
Yeah.
my hand was okay to start out with, and then I drew Cradle Progenitus.
yeah, your
and I
draws
was
were
like,
really bad.
That's not going to do anything for me.
Seemed like your hand was a little slow anyway, but I don't know how much
So-
that matters.
The hand was, the hand had a Visionary, I can't think of Null Rod. I can't think of the English name. Shoot, Null Rod. I'm just thinking
What is-
stab
yeah.
this niche or whatever. Stab this, whatever.
Yeah.
It had a Null Rod, and then it had like a 1-drop, and I think it had like a natural order or something like that. I don't know. So I was like, this hand actually presents a basic forest that I don't get with
Right.
Blood Moon out of the game. It has a Cradle for the mana, and it has like a 1-drop, a 2-drop that draws me a card, and it has some piece of interaction.
Yeah, you played your 1-drop, it went farming right
And so I was
away,
like,
which you
there's
kind of
no
have to
way
expect.
in hell this natural order is ever going to resolve. But, maybe I can force it through if I get the Null Rod out of the way first.
Yeah.
Then I drew the Progenitus, and that actually didn't matter as much. Because it's like my best target after that is maybe Renzorn Packmaster. I mean,
I'm just kind of surprised Progenitus is still in your deck after Cyborg, just
I
because
boarded
there's
it
so
in.
many... That's even more surprising. There's just so many Wraths,
so
right? Like, isn't that just worse than anything else you could find?
So
A
there's
legitimate
few different-
question.
There's a few different schools of thought about how to board against Miracles. I'm of the opinion where you take out all your glimpses, but that might be wrong because people are not playing Canvas as much anymore. But glimpse like
I think
Glimpses-
people are playing more candidates because of Omnitel right now.
Okay,
I'm up to
yeah.
2 on the board.
There's a lot less.
But-
There's a lot less Containment Priest. At least
Yeah.
it feels like it. At least I'm not sure. So
Maybe, I don't know.
I leave in the natural orders to try and force them to have counterspells.
Oh, absolutely.
So the goal is to
I'm
make
terrified
them,
of Natural Order the whole time.
make them use their counterspells on like Visionaries, Pithy Needles, and that kind of stuff, and then hopefully you can resolve natural order. Which
Yeah.
Crater Rip is usually not lethal in the matchup because you usually only have 1 or 2 dudes, so you generally want something they just can't deal with.
Sure.
So for Genesis, at least they have to have Terminus. They
Or Verdict. Like,
if they
or,
play Verdict, I guess, yeah.
if
But-
they've left it in, Council's Judgment deals with it too.
Sure, yeah, which he did. They can't have swords, they can't have Jace, though, which is pretty relevant.
Sure.
Jace comes out most of the time, I think, right? Is that how
Yeah,
it
I
is?
usually take Jace out, yeah. And a lot of people are down to only 3 copies of Swords, which is
Okay.
probably greedy,
Okay.
but
But they've got
a lot of
Snapcasters,
times you
though,
just
right?
don't
Or-
need it. Yeah,
okay.
at least 2 Snapcasters for the most
The
part.
deck's a little more creature heavy. He's got mentors.
Like, he has exactly 1 Mentor,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
So
It might be like 1 main, 1 board.
generally against Miracles, I expect them to bring in like Containment Priest, Canonus, Meddling Mage, or V-Click, or a combination of all those guys.
Right. Some
And so
hate
they're
bears that are relevant.
Usually on the beatdown plan to some degree.
Right.
I don't know. I tried something different this time. I only brought in 1 Abrupt Decay instead of 3 because I thought I was going to overboard if I brought in more than that.
Maybe. I think counterbalance is
things.
just so good against you.
It's true. I brought in
you
1
can't
Decay
afford to
and
do
1
that.
Frozen Grip though, and I had 2 Pithing Needles and a Null Rod.
Okay.
So I tried to attack that angle instead of the counterbalance itself, which is probably
Sure.
wrong, but
Yeah, I don't know.
you guys, since game 1, he flipped counterbalance 4 times without having a.
I knew for the first 2.
Yeah, he
One was a.
you pondered and brainstormed him and set him up. Yeah, and then you got me on the 2 and 1. Yeah. Anyway,
Alright.
so
I think we.
the matchup's just rough, and it's kind of a crapshoot. It's either I draw enough off the next 7
Yeah.
cards, or they already have locked the game up by that time.
Alright, guys. I think that's it. I think that's it for today. We're gotta get going here. We're closing the store down, so hope y'all enjoyed.
So we got both Miracles guys here, the douches.
Hey, what are you trying to say? Also, there were more than 2 of us today.
Whatever.
Miracles is a great deck. Alright, bye guys.
Yeah, it's pretty good.